So this looks a bit screwed up. It's just told me that there's downloads in my content manager. So we go in there and it says there's 70 downloads. Well, sorry, 70 updates available. There. So you tick the box, and then it's got nothing happens. So now you've got to guess what to do because there's 70 available that if you untick it, nothing happens. But it does clearly say update available 308 meg 0 on disk, so that would imply that there isn't any 78710 on the disk and it wants to update it. How can you update something that's not there already? So what? Okay, so there's a 498 one that needs updating to this, which means it's making it smaller. What? This doesn't make any sense. But this 9 megabyte airport is going to go down to 2 meg. That doesn't make any sense. Let's try and find a bigger one. Here we go. Now there, look, that's that looks like a real airport, 2 gig. Down to 900 meg. What? So it's looking like they've cut out loads of stuff to help the performance. So everything's gonna. Every single time they do this, it looks like they're just cutting out loads of stuff. That one's gone up. That's good. So far we don't know what we're doing. We can't just click them there. If you click that, it just says waiting. You're waiting for what? So it's found them. What's that button do there? Okay, nothing. That's a list. That's another list. What? We'll go back to the original list today. So we've ticked the box and it says 70 available. So nothing's happening. There's no okay, get on with it. So then I guess we have to go to select them all. So now I've selected them all, it's come up with this rubbish. That it's currently using 73 gig of space. That's what the game uses. Now it's going to download this much but delete this much. That doesn't make any sense. So I can delete it or I can download it. Jesus Christ, I really need to sort out their GUI. When you click on update available, it should just go, yeah, okay, do the updates. Not confuse you with all this shit. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. Okay, run over. So, Sim Update 5, not to be confused with World Update 5, came out yesterday, I believe, 27th of July 2021. It was massive and it was a bit worrying because it seems to have reduced the amount of gigabytes by quite a large amount on several things, and it would imply to me that the quality's gone down because it's removed textures. But yeah, at the end of the day, the textures are what causing a lot of storage storage amounts. Just one livery for one of the A320 or the 747 or the 787. They are 500 meg, a gig, 2 gig each. A couple of aircraft I've noticed as well that the models for the aircraft have only had 2 or 3 liveries. I think one of them only had 2 liveries, and that included the one it was in when you got it as stock. That was 2.2 gig just for that aircraft model, and this is phenomenal. It's just such high amounts. I had 60 gig of liveries and aircraft models in my community folder that I had to clean out because it told me that I didn't have enough disk space. I had 20 gig free, it needed 22, and then it said it needed 40, so it's a bit confusing, but it's done now, so it's all changed. This is all new. That used to be there, which is a bit ridiculous because now, why would you want to do discovery flights more than you want to fly from where you want to fly from? I don't know. Obviously we lost the logbook a few months ago as well. I did anyway. We had a thing where they pushed through an update and it was supposedly only for certain people that could get it. It was the people that were doing the beta testing of it. Unfortunately, while we were flying around at that particular time when it was released, it came out and it got pushed to everybody, and so as I was flying around, it couldn't update the sim first, so it just updated the contents of the sim, which then caused an error, which then wiped my logbook clean. It was fixed within a few days actually. They jumped on it straight away. It took them a couple of days to sort it out and fix it. Unfortunately, when they say fix it, because the directory that stores my logbook is local, that wiped it completely and lost it forever. So we have this annoying little thing, I guess is the best way of putting it. So tell me I've only flown for 50 hours, which is absolutely ludicrous. It's probably 150 now. It managed to retain these things though, like lowest altitude minus 4.75 meters. I did 28.42 seconds below sea level. I think that was, well, I didn't know that was on 3.7 kilometers upside down. Oh yes. And oh, where's the closest to the what? There used to be one there that was total height flown. Oh yeah, okay. Minimum, they've just changed it to that thing with a long title line, which has also wiped it because they've changed the title, so it's wiped my record of it. That's great. I was very proud of that. I had 50 centimeters was the distance I flew above the ground upside down for, I think it was 400 meters without crashing. But because they've changed the name of it, that's now wiped it. So the logbook is just constantly getting wiped by, you know, it's now a different field, so of course the value for that field isn't there anymore. Because this field is new and it's got 0 in it. Even though it's just a name change. What? But, you know, whatever. Very annoying. So the logbook is there, I mean it's working again, but it's still a bit hit and miss. Because I landed there, and then what? It's like, why have you done the 0 time? This one is they're both the last flight of a leg I was doing of my Bahamas trips. I must edit and set a little third if I haven't done it already. As you can see, that there are 81 and 5 night and 67 and 7 nights, so that's not true. I've done way more night flights than that. Like, about 30% of my flights are night flights. And my day flights, there's probably 80 done in the first 4 months. So yeah, it's totally wrong, because it's not been put back to normal. Marketplace has changed, they've moved things around a bit, and I don't know why that's blank. And the options are roughly the same as they were before. I will get onto that because I want to check the graphics as well. I'm going to spend some time going through this because I've got it set to quite high at the moment, especially for my little Pro PC. And I want to see what difference it makes when I go down from TAA to DLAA and reduce that back down to 150 and down to 150 and see if it makes a big difference. So one of the things I've got to do first though is wipe my data stuff. The thing is, the rolling cache will be saved from the previous version, which has different textures, so the first thing you've got to do is clear that out. Any of your caches need to remove. That's why I don't keep the other cache, the manual cache, because I figured there's no point, because it's going to change so much that you'd have to keep doing it, and it'd spend hours taking a cache of the places you normally fly to, only to have to do it within 4 weeks ago. Anyway, once this is done, I'll come back again. Okay, so that's that fixed. The rolling cache now is of the new, hopefully, settings, but it'll obviously take a few flights to get things ready, so we'll start off by going to Heathrow and seeing how bad it is. That's generally a good test. Well, actually, we'll go to Norwich first, because Norwich gives you a good test of how it is when there's no one around and not that many buildings. It's pretty small and useless. I wish I could rearrange them, because I want that over there again. I don't want it there, because I'm going to automatically just click on that thing. What are these anyway? Let's have a look. Wow, it's a nice volcanic structure. Wonder how many people take a Cessna to go and fly around that and end up dying. I mean in the virtual world, of course, not in real life. And I can attest to the fact that that is not how London looks in the simulator. It looks nothing like this. There's massive holes in the water. It's just a mess. That's just terrible. I don't know how they've managed to make it look like that, but I guess on their amazing graphics cards and everything they might be okay, but for the normal average person that's pretty messed up. So basically they're just showing off the stuff they've put in that's new that should have been there in the first place. Oh, okay. And if you've ever flown from New York, you'll know that their buildings never look like that. They look like they've been melted under just blocks of clay that have been melted. Unless you've got, I don't know, a £2,000 graphics card and a £2,000 CPU. Which is hopefully what this new update is supposedly fixing. I guess the problem is that they've released it at the same time as the Ace boxes have got online, so if it sells on Xbox, there'll be twice as many people trying to get in, and the servers are going to be twice as overloaded. It's going to be a right nightmare. So activities, that's not new. Oh. Oh. It's, now they've changed this, it's also wiped all my history of thieves. So apparently I've not done any of the landing challenges. I've pretty much done about 20 of them. I haven't done any flight training. I took some flight training and I did everything as far as solo flight and doing the first circuits and then going off on a practice. So that's wrong as well. And yeah, I did one bush trip. Look at this, that's just going back to there, isn't it? Yeah, it's the same thing. So that Discovery flights is the same as the Discovery flights here. So get rid of this one, because if I need to find it, I can go through that. What? Ridiculous. So actually, that's the main thing, isn't it? Discovery flights, flight training, landing challenge. Discovery, flight training. Yeah, and they've replaced that with, this used to be landing challenges, and that used to be down there. It's a shame, because, yeah. Why would you do that? It almost feels like they think there's not many people doing their own trips. It's ridiculous. Wow. It's actually a map. Amazing. Before it used to just be this horrendous piece of blobby crap. Wow. So look at Sweden, because that's the important one. Oh, that is amazing. The islands are actually defined now, so when I'm flying to places in Sweden that I know of and that my family go to, I can actually fly to places that I need to fly to by looking at a map and going, I need to fly there. What is that? What is that? Overlay then? There used to be a button you could press to change stuff, so. Hmm. What's the clouds then? What is it? It must have been clouds then when they took their pictures, and the clouds must have been in very straight lines. Weird. Don't know what that's all about. Anyway, let's look at Stockholm. That should be really nicely drawn there. And indeed it is. Bromma, that's not really an international place to fly from. Orlando, excellent. It's a nice airport. Not my favourite. My favourite's the. Hmm. I can't remember what it's called, the other one. I can't remember. Vasteros. There's a lot more detail on it now, that's for sure. What is with this cloud thing going on? Oh, it's crashed. Oh no, it's back again. So let's go back to Britain and have a look at Britain. I love the big overlay line there, just to make sure you can read it. That is indeed runway 27. Cold show. What? Yeah, not so good. My god, there's someone at Norwich. Amazing. Oh, it's a little Servo. 9:30 TVM. Brilliant. That's a bit perpendicular, but that's fine. Yeah, there's a few problems though, like Manchester, and that's not done properly. It's one runway at night and they've got the wrong one on. And they've got people landing the wrong way around. But you know. Okay, that's all looking good then. So let's go to Norwich. Oh, it looks like they've changed the key as well. Hang on. Yeah, they used to be green if they had an active ILS. So you could differentiate between airports that didn't have ILS and airports that did. I guess they assumed that they all have ILS now, which is probably the best way of doing it. So maybe ones that don't have ILS will be a different colour. Let's check that out. No. Right, Yarmouth. Yeah, they've removed Yarmouth. That's good. It's not there anymore. But Ludden does have an ILS, and that's not showing that at all. I did like that. That's new. The live airport activity bit's new. It's good. That also is correct. Most of the flights from Norwich go in the morning and come back at 5 o'clock at night. So there should be nothing around now. There'll be the KLM hopefully coming back at around 7:30, I think it is. Maybe it should be on the list, I don't know. Don't know why it's got that, because there's no lightning around here, but whatever. Now Mon's go freak him out anyway. Oh, they've changed this as well. It should just be in a big long strip. So it's gone into a box section now, I guess. That's new. Didn't have that before. Oh, we got... Ah! We have new aircraft. Well, new variants. Wow, okay, that's good. Beechcraft Kingo, wow. Oh yeah, these aren't. Yeah, these are ones I've added in myself. So there used to be a button where you could. Oh, it's up here now. Okay. Yeah, it's walked everything. Wow, two people at Norwich, that's unheard of. Amazing. It's a bit dodgy they both on the runway at the same time, but you know. Okay, that's bad. You can't zoom in now. Oh my god, every time you click on something it creates that. So now the map won't move around. It's broken the map. Oh, okay, there's a new strange thing on it. Okay. So coming on 2-4 as usual. And 2-4 doesn't have any ILS apparently. So why would you land there? I mean, that's just what? I'm not in an Cessna 150, am I? So let's use a different runway. Anyway, that's that route planned in. Let's see how we do. Yep, we did a crash to desktop. Okay, so that happened. I've not had many crash to desktops, maybe 3 or 4 in the whole year I've had the Sim, so it's a bit disappointing to get that one straight away. So I've been in and I've cleared out my community folder, so the only things in there now are everything in the game folder. There's nothing in community at all. So let's see if I can go for Noise Stansted for a start in the A320 bog standard one. So not the fly-by-wire one, because that mod's not fitted into this one. I don't know who they listen to when they make these decisions, but having to go through 7 different things to get to the load screen so I can get freedom flight in this, it's just ludicrous. Okay, so I've gone there and now I can't open it. What the hell? So it looks like we can't use previously saved flight plans. I don't have many of those, do I, of course? No. No, I didn't save many flight plans, so I wouldn't have to keep doing it over and over and over again. No, there are hardly any. It won't motivate me whatsoever. Oh, okay, so there was a window in the background. Oh, it does work eventually. Hey. It appears that they've taken away some of the markers because that used to go straight out here. I don't know what's gone on with that one. What the hell? It'll do for now. Let's just see if it works. 5,800 feet, that is very low. Okay. Ah, crap, I didn't choose the gate, so it's going to put me in the wrong way. Well, maybe the flight plan did save with the gate, sometimes it doesn't, so I'll see how we do.
Norwich Tower Speedbird 6-6 ready for departure. Runway 279.
So that's totally useless now, because I don't want to start on the end of the runway. I want to do a cold start, so... Jesus Christ.
FR to Stansted.
Fucking idiots.
Speedbird 66QN.
Yep, it's trying to run into the runway. Fucking hell. How's all this rubbish? Okay, for some reason the aircraft decided to steer left all the time. And I checked and calibrated this before I even started the game, so...
Speedbird 66 contact London Center.
Speedbird 66 climb and maintain 4,000 feet.
London Center, Speedbird 66 is at 1,000 feet, climbing 4,000 feet.
Speedbird 66 London Center QNH 29.65. Continue as planned.
What is with all these messages now? Oh my Jesus Christ. What's this rubbish? I know what they are. You know, what the hell?
Speedbird 66 climb and maintain 10,000 feet.
Climb and maintain 10,000 feet, Speedbird 66.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
What the fuck?
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
So the gates moved back slightly. Okay. I'll have to fix that. People were complaining about the volumetric clouds looking rubbish, but they look fine to me. What the hell? And my gear won't go up for some reason. I think we're going to declare an emergency and go back. Let's try again. Oh, there we go. It's just a glitch. Well, that's better. Okay, I was getting a bit worried then. Well, I didn't start the clock, but someone did start it for me, so that's nice of them.
Speedbird 66, please expedite your climb 10,000 feet.
Oh god, they've changed it, so okay. Before you used to get an up and a down arrow, and up was yours was sending it back to automatic, and down was doing it manual. So I guess they've changed it all. Of course, because the Xboxes, yeah. The Xboxes don't have well, they don't have the mouse accuracy to hold the pointer over the thing and then press a down arrow, I guess. So we're going on a bit of a steep climb at 3,700 feet a second a minute, but no. I'm sure we won't explode. So let's go back and look at the clouds. Yeah, they look fine. Scenery looks slightly cartoony, but it does look more realistic, to be honest. But you know, who am I to judge? This is so sad. In FSX, the stock standard 321, Airbus 321, from the game being first brought out, worked perfectly. All the HUD displays worked, all the systems did what they were supposed to do. I just can't believe that they haven't bothered with this one. It's just terrible. Oh well. Yeah, the ideas are still not working. Yeah, it's a bit of a shabby job. Shabby job. Shabby jab. So I need to turn that off. The hell's this rubbish?
Speedbird 6 descent and maintain 4,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 4,000 feet, Speedbird 66.
It's not very bright. What the hell's going on? I'm not too sure why we suddenly slid to 200 knots either, but I'm sure there's a reason for it.
Speedbird 66, you are 29 miles northeast. Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect ILS runway 22 approach via Abbott transition. Clear to Abbott.
Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect ILS runway 22 approach via Abbott transition. Cleared to Abbott, Speedbird 66.
You're not descending very quickly.
Speedbird 66, contact approach on 120.625. Good day. Easy Altitude tree 66, you are 16 miles east. Descend and maintain 5,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 25 approach via Lowell transition. Cleared to Lowell.
Going to 120.625 Speedbird 66. Approach Speedbird 66 is at 5,900 feet, descending 4,000 feet.
Speedbird 66 approach QNH 29.70, continue to Charlie Foxtrot 22 as planned.
Approach Speedbird 66 requesting vector to next waypoint.
Speedbird 66, continue to Charlie Foxtrot 22 turning and following heading 215. Speedbird 66 acknowledge last transmission.
Continue to Charlie Foxtrot 22 turning and following heading 215 Speedbird 66.
Speedbird 66, you are 8 miles northeast of Stansted. Contact tower on 121.955 when inbound on the approach.
Tower on 121.955 Speedbird 66.
Yeah, we're going to miss this one. Yeah, totally missed it. We're not even on the bloody light centre line. It's miles off. What the hell?
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Tower Speedbird 662 2 miles southwest inbound ILS runway 22 approach.
Speedbird 66 Tower. QNH 29.68 wind 252 at 12. Cleared ILS runway 22 approach.
Cleared ILS runway 22 approach Speedbird 66.
2,500. Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on, but I just told it to be at 3,000. It's just some going down.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
So we've got 3,000 in there on the bug, but it's still going down. Don't understand. Flaps are in. Autopilot's on. It's not in approach mode anymore. It is literally going to plough into the ground because it thinks that we're going down when we're not.
Speedbird 66 wind 252 at 12. Cleared to land runway 22.
Cleared to land runway 22 Speedbird 66.
And we're still descending. I don't know what the hell's going on. I think it's trying to land on its own when it shouldn't be. What the hell's going on?
Overspeed. Overspeed. Overspeed.
turn next taxiway. Speedbird 66, turn next taxiway. Speedbird 66, contact ground on 121.73. Stansted Airport information, Whiskey 1200 Zulu. White 252 at 12.
Visibility 121.73 for Speedbird 66.
Oh, that's weird. The transition from rudder control to nose wheel steering is just really bizarre. It's almost as if it doesn't do it if you're using it while taxiing. You have to release it and then it'll let you do the wheel instead of the rudder. So you have to use the right mouse button to look around, but if you do that then the controls don't work, so my joystick and my throttle controls don't make any difference while it's depressed.
Tower Ryanair 9er 629er miles northeast, inbound ILS runway 22 approach.
Ryanair 9er 62 tower. QNH 29.68 wind.
And that's also messed up the wheel and nose wheel control as well
Clear
again.
ILS runway 22 approach.
Cleared ILS runway 22 approach. Ryanair 9er 62.
Come on mate, fuck off, take your van somewhere else, you fucking prick. Okay, fair enough. As the engine smashes through his windscreen. It's very bright outside for a sort of cloudy, overcast and rainy day.
Ryanair 9er 62 and 252 at 12. Cleared to land runway 22.
Cleared to land runway 22 Ryanair 9er 62.
think whoever that is may have also just had a failure. Because they look like they were landing about the same as me.